What up, YouTube? It's me, Isaac, coming to you with another edition of my life. So last night, I was trying to figure out which one of the Sinister Order decks I wanted to run, which I have, like I said, I'm only missing, I think, the, I think two of the secret rares from Sinister Order. But the thing is, the two cards I'm missing are staples in any Sinister Order deck, which kind of blows. Well, actually, more than kind of blows. But, but yeah, so that kind of sucks. So I'm just sitting here pondering, what just random deck I can build out of all the cards I have, including a couple of red cards from, I think one was from, and I can't remember the box set, but it's going to be the next box set I chase, which that's absolutely hilarious because the cards in the rare cards, like Ghost Rare and other rare cards, are called chase cards in Digimon, which is hilarious to me. And I'm just sitting here relaxing. I was playing a little earlier, thanks to what's around my neck, meow. Don't know if I've shown this off in a while. Well, actually, I know for a fact I have, because I show it off in nearly every one of my videos lately. It's really sweet that that there are so many people who believe in me as a musician and who want me to succeed, even though I know that there's a slim to none chance that I will end up at the Opry with Brad Paisley, Garth Brooks, if he was still alive, Conway Twitty, Toby Keith, you name it. And I will say this, one of my childhood dreams was and still is to play the Opry stage. But I will settle for just playing my guitar in Nashville. It would be really cool just to find like an open mic night in Nashville, Tennessee, and just play a couple of songs for everybody in the open mic night. It'd be really sweet. I'd feel like I achieved my goal of playing Nashville, which would just be really, really, really cool. And to celebrate that fact, I actually have 2 drinks sitting here. One of them I haven't had in a long time. And so y'all have seen me make like iced hot chocolate and stuff. And you guys know how they have like strawberry syrup for milk and stuff. Right here, a thing of strawberry milk with ice. This is gonna be good, or at least it should be. I haven't had strawberry milk in a while. Here's hoping it's still good. Cheers. Oh my God. That is some good. And when I said, here's hoping it would be good, I already knew it would be because, well, it's a childhood staple of mine, although I did prefer chocolate milk over strawberry when I was a kid. My I'm not exactly sure if I preferred chocolate milk now or strawberry. Although I do know if I can find the vanilla syrup stuff, that was my absolute favorite. So I'm just sitting here recording this video, just relaxing. Probably gonna play a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection. I haven't decided which one I will beat after beating. So I've beaten a couple of the, let's see, Duel Monsters 2. Uh, I'm trying to think how many games there are that those two are not. Well, actually, those two are two of the games I beat because, well, it's just the same mechanics as they both have the same mechanics except for in two you gotta sacrifice instead of just summoning your monsters, which is really freaking wild that back in the day you could just summon Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, Buster Blader, and a bunch of other staples, Red Eyes, Flame Swordsman I think was in Duel Monsters. A couple of the quote unquote magic cards were were in the game, but they had to change because of Magic the Gathering. They had to change the magic card text to spell card text. And by that I mean they had to change the word magic to spell, which I completely understand from a Magic the Gathering point of view, but I'm pretty sure they did not trademark the word magic for card games. Although, then again, the card game is called Magic, so they might have. I'm not really sure. But I was a fairly good Magic the Gathering player back when I used to play, and I'm still a pretty good duelist depending on what deck I'm running, or if it's like an old, if it's like one of the first structure decks, Dragon's Rage, Warrior Temples. Actually, I know that's not it. I can't remember the name of the Warrior deck right off the top of my head. Dino Rage was another good one. I don't remember if I ever played Warriors of Sea or the Fire deck. I do remember the decks came out in pairs, which one deck would be better than the other, and if you combined them, the powers of the decks would be really good, or at least I thought they'd be really good. I do know one deck I absolutely loved to play when I was younger. I cannot play anymore because one card is banned, and that card is Butterfly Dagger Elma. And the reason it's banned is if you read the card text and you combine it with the right monster, you can just deck out your opponent. I understand why it's banned, but I don't understand why they don't give it an errata that says it can only be used once per duel. If they gave it that texture change, it would. If they gave it that text change, like they turned magic into spell card, then I don't see why Butterfly Dagger Elma couldn't be used again. Do I wish that I could go back? Do I wish that I could still use my Guardian deck? Hell yeah. Did I have fun playing with my Guardian deck back in the day? Hell yeah. Do I also have fun running my Exodia deck? My original Exodia deck? If you know which deck I'm talking about, you know which deck I'm talking about. Weevil, you jerkface. And if you've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 3, you will know what I am talking about. I am still irritated about that all these years later. I know it's just a TV show, but that's just downright wrong. And there are actually several other things that tick me off about one of my favorite shows, which, if you can't tell, is Yu-Gi-Oh! And one of them that really ticks me off is Joey's lost to Merrick in the Battle City Finals. If you know the episode, I will not say the title because I only. Oh, wait, it's Darkness Awakens Part 3, I think. Or maybe 4. I don't remember how many parts that duel had. But I could not say what the Japanese title was, especially here on YouTube, because I'm not getting a copyright strike for using language I shouldn't use on YouTube. So that's why I said it was Darkness Awakens Part 3 or 4. I honestly cannot remember how many parts Darkness Awakens had. I do remember Battle of the Colosseum was 6 parts. And then I remember Battle for the Bronze was 3, and I think Yami Yugi and Yami Merrick's duel was maybe 3 or 4, but I can't recall off the top of my head, and that really freaking sucks because I freaking love this show and I watch it all the freaking time, and by that I literally mean I binge watch it more than once a year, especially season 2. Although I do skip the virtual world arc because there's really nothing to that except for kind of cool rules with the deck masters. If you know, you know. I'm having a blast. I'm getting ready to have a blast. And here's something I find funny. One of the hardest, well, everybody knows, well, every duelist who's played a Game Boy Advance game Game Boy Advance Yu-Gi-Oh game knows which game's the hardest. And it is the sequel, well, pseudo sequel to the Sacred Cards, Reshef of Destruction. If you've tried to play that on original hardware back when it first came out, y'all know how frustrating that game can be. I had a couple copies of Reshef of Destruction over the years. I have also had a couple of copies of Sacred Cards over the years. I think I've had, like, let's see, my copy of Sacred Cards, my brother's copy of Sacred Cards, my other brother's copy of Sacred Cards, the double pack copy of Sacred Cards, and now the early days edition of Sacred Cards. So I've had 5 copies. I think I've had 5 copies of each Reshef of Destruction and Sacred Cards. Although I will say this, with how many times I was able to beat Sacred Cards, on the original hardware, I was able to beat Sacred Cards on the early days collection, and I want, let's just say, if I was an official speedrunner, like I did speedruns on YouTube, like so many people do. I don't, because I don't have the software or the time to do speed runs like that. I wish I did, but I don't have the technical know-how. I surely wish I did, because that would be cool. And and so yeah, if you know the difference between Sacred Cards and Reshef of Destruction, it's the fact that you get, like, let's see, I think the lowest I ever got in deck capacity for Sacred Cards was like 5 at a time, whereas in Reshef of Destruction, unless you are playing on the early days collection with the enhancement of permanent um of all cards unlocked, all basically using every uh every enhancement on Reshef of Destruction, you will still struggle with that game. I know that because I played it on Pokemon Day, February 27th. Holy crap, I can't believe that game's almost been out for a year. Holy crap, that's weird. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, it's just been a really good day, and if you know what I mean by Reshef of, honestly, even though it's one hard game, I will say I think I like Reshef of Destruction a little bit more than I like Sacred Cards, probably because I could breeze through Sacred Cards in, I want to say, less than 6 hours. Like I said, I'm not a speedrunner, but that is one of the quickest games I can actually beat that quick. Especially since I still remember the deck I used to beat it the first time on the original hardware. Although that was one heck of a hard deck to make, and it was hard to control, but it was powerful. But yeah, I'm your host, Isaac Brummett. Sorry this video's only been my voice, but what the hey, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'm your host, Isaac Brummett. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one. I know I sure as shit will. Peace out, y'all. Cheers. Oh, freak, that's good.